Americans are being manipulated every time they buy groceries, and most people never notice it, because the grocery store that looks cheapest can quietly cost families thousands more every year. One chain uses low prices to trigger impulse spending. Another makes people feel financially smart while buying giant bulk items they never fully use. And one openly charges higher prices because people pay for comfort and convenience. But here's the scary part. Overspending just $40 a week on groceries adds up to over $2,000 every year. Same food, same products, completely different financial outcome. And this is where it gets interesting. Modern grocery stores are not just competing for your money, they're competing for your self-control. So today, we're putting America's biggest grocery chains into the ultimate grocery war to find out which store actually saves the most money and which one secretly makes Americans spend far more than they realize. Groceries have become one of the biggest financial pressures in America. People feel it every week. You walk into a store for a few items and leave staring at a receipt that feels insane. Eggs cost more, meat costs more, drinks cost more, cleaning products cost more. Even middle-class families feel squeezed now, and food prices are still much higher than they were a few years ago. That matters because groceries are something families buy every single week. So small price differences become massive over time. Saving $30 a week or even $50 a week can add up to thousands every year. Over a decade, that can become tens of thousands. That's why millions of Americans are changing where they shop, and the battle usually comes down to 3 retailers: Walmart, Costco, and Target. But the store people think saves the most money may actually be the biggest spending trap. Let's start with Walmart. Walmart built its empire around one promise: save money. And honestly, for everyday groceries, Walmart is extremely hard to beat. Milk, bread, frozen food, pantry items, cleaning supplies. Walmart consistently stays among the cheapest major retailers in America. And unlike Costco, there's no membership fee. But here's the trick most shoppers never think about. Walmart isn't just designed to sell groceries, it's designed to increase spending. You walk in for milk, and suddenly, a family-sized snack box is in your cart, a random kitchen gadget, cheap clothes, decorations, things you never planned to buy. And somehow the cheap grocery run becomes a $300 receipt. That's where the trap starts. Walmart also uses another psychological advantage. Many products look cheaper because package sizes are smaller, so the upfront price feels lower, even when the value per ounce is not better. That's the difference between cheap prices and real value. Still, for smaller households and shoppers focused on low upfront costs, Walmart remains one of the strongest grocery options in America. But Walmart's psychology tricks are nothing compared to Costco, because Costco turns spending into an experience. Costco might be the smartest grocery store in America, or one of the smartest spending traps ever created. Walking into Costco feels dangerous. Everything is oversized. Everything feels like a deal. And people leave spending hundreds of dollars without realizing it. But Costco shoppers swear the store saves them money. So what's really happening? Simple. Costco is not built around cheap prices. It's built around bulk value. And for disciplined families, that strategy can genuinely save thousands over time. Things like detergent, rice, toilet paper, meat, paper towels often cost far less per unit than traditional grocery stores. That's Costco's superpower. But it's also Costco's biggest psychological weapon, because buying more feels like saving more, even when it isn't. And this is where millions of shoppers lose the most money. People buy giant quantities because the deal looks incredible. Then, food expires, products sit unused, snacks get overconsumed, spending quietly increases. Costco makes shoppers feel financially smart while increasing spending, and Costco stores are intentionally designed to encourage impulse buying. One second you're buying groceries. The next second you're staring at giant TVs, electronics, luxury furniture, oversized snack boxes. It's basically a treasure hunt disguised as a grocery store. That's why Costco creates 2 completely different shoppers. Disciplined families often save thousands there. Undisciplined shoppers sometimes spend more there than almost anywhere else. Same store, same prices, Completely different financial outcome. Then there's Target. Target plays a completely different psychological game. Most shoppers already know Target costs slightly more, and they still choose it anyway. Why? Because Target sells comfort. The stores feel cleaner, calmer, less stressful, more organized, and millions of Americans are willing to pay extra for that experience. Now, strictly on grocery pricing, Target usually loses against Walmart, especially for pantry staples, cleaning products, household essentials. But Target became smarter in recent years. Its store-brand products improved significantly, and shoppers combining Circle rewards discounts. Red Card savings can sometimes find surprisingly competitive deals. Still, many Target shoppers know they're spending slightly more, and a lot of them genuinely don't care, because convenience and comfort have value too. So after comparing all three stores, which grocery chain actually saves the most money? Here's the surprising truth. The smartest shoppers in America usually don't stay loyal to one store anymore. They combine them strategically. Bulk essentials at Costco, everyday groceries at Walmart, specific deals at Target, and that strategy often saves far more money than shopping at just one store. That's the real grocery hack, not the brand. The strategy. Because the biggest grocery scam in America isn't just high prices. It's convincing people they're saving money while encouraging them to spend more. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere. The most expensive grocery habits are often the ones that feel the smartest. At the end of the day, the cheapest grocery store depends on your family size, your income, your shopping habits, and your self-control. For some people, Walmart wins easily. For others, Costco saves the most long-term. And millions of Americans still prefer Target despite the higher prices. But one thing is becoming very clear in America today. Saving money is no longer just about finding lower prices. It's about resisting systems designed to make spending feel normal. So now, I want to ask you, which grocery store secretly saves the most money, and which one secretly costs people the most?